Now we come down to the 5-minute and we have an 80-20 scenario. Shallow retracement, push down, 118, 127 zone. We got the consolidation. And then we zoom in here and we got the cloud break. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is that reaction that Benny's talking about here, right? We had some indecision in the day yesterday. Strong reaction there. We'll see if the dollar is able to find support at that 8-6 retracement level, right? And we're got some bullish action early on the day today. We'll drop down to the 4, right? And this is that reaction off the daily here. So we'll see if we're able to break back above this daily and weekly was support, right? We'll see if this will turn into some resistance or if we're able to break back through it and continue moving to the upside here, right? So we want to see something like that on the DXY if it's going to continue moving to the upside, right? So that's the bounce there. We'll see if we do get that bounce, and we talked about the other day potential for the crown pattern. So we'll look for that if we are able to break back above this weekly level here. So we'll watch that closely to see. We'll watch that closely to see. Any questions on the DXY? This is the look as of right now. Oh, my fib came off there. Nope. All right, cool deal. I posted earlier this morning this CAD Swiss. We're going to run it from the top. So, and we've looked at this before, and we're still hovering in this range a little bit. So from a weekly time frame perspective, right, we're stalling at this weekly support level at 67,745. They had a strong push down early in the week. So we'll see if this level is able to hold and see if we get a reversal out or if we continue breaking lower. Okay. Drop down to the daily, and on the daily time frame, we're still sitting at this B boundary level. Okay. Strong push down yesterday. We got some indecision happening today at this weekly level. Right. And we'll see if we get another push to the upside. The original move that we saw was this here. Now we got to push down. Still want to see if these levels hold. If they do, give us a double bottom type scenario here. Okay. And see if we get a bounce off that low. Okay. So that's the daily look at that. Would love to see it break above that if this double bottom is gonna form and fill out and give us that deeper retracement that we want to see. Okay. As we come down to the 4, you see that double bottom a little bit more clearly here. All right. And we got some consolidation happening right now at this low, right? So we zoom out on the 4, look at it from a Fibonacci perspective. We originally got the trend line break, right? But we pushed back down into the zone. So what we'll do here is we'll shift that trend line to the outermost point, right? Because now we're in somewhat of a range, right? Back to the bottom. We'll see if we push back up and get back to the top. All right. So that's our outer trend line there, or middle trend line there. Okay. And we'll leave that there on the 4 for now. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is, right, if we break these support levels, we've got the 118, 127 zone coming in line with this other monthly support level here. Other support level here at 66,060. Okay. So that's also an area that we will keep our eyes on. As we continue to move. All right. Down to the 1. We're still in this 80-20 scenario on the 1 hour. Okay. Just push down to that support level again. Right. So those trend lines that we brought down on the 4, we'll run those again. We'll do this. We'll bring this trend line down like so. All right. So that's our trend line there. And we can bring our inner trend line coming off the high like so. Okay. So there we are there, right? And we're trying to get a push out now. We'll zoom in on this a little bit. Trying to get a push out now, right? Strong bullish move. We got some indecision. We'll see if we're able to continue pressing to the upside, all right? As we move down to our lower time frames, go to the 15 first. On the 15, we got a fresh AB boundary and we got to push out. All right, we haven't broken the cloud yet on the 15-minute time frame, but we got to push off the fresh AB boundary in line with that weekly support. Okay, so we're pushing out there. The setup that I posted in the Discord this morning was this right here on the 5, right? On the 5, so on the higher time frames, looking at a potential reversal opportunity. Now we come down to the 5-minute and we have an 80-20 scenario. Shallow retracement, push down, 118 to 127 zone. We got the consolidation. And then we zoom in here and we got the cloud break. Now we're getting a pullback. Okay. Now we're getting a pullback. So if we didn't catch the real cloud break, we're looking at the pullback here. So we run a fib to the upside. And now we look for price to see if it'll come back down into our sweet spot. Right. It's retesting these resistance level now. Right. Previous resistance that it broke out of. It's testing it as support. So this is also a break and retest opportunity. Okay. Also a break and retest opportunity here. So here's your opportunity to the upside, beginning of the move, right? Now, if you trade on the higher time frame, be it off the 1 hour or the 15-minute, right? You can wait for that 15-minute cloud to break for your entry on that, right? You haven't gotten it yet. Wait for that break there. Or if you trade off the 1 hour, and you're looking for more of a longer term swing scenario, right? Run your inner trend line here. Bang, like so, right? And there's your trend line break, right? Strong bullish candle. And people ask, what does that look like when the trend line gets broken? You got a nice bullish candle here, right? And it broke above the previous resistance here on the 1 hour. Right? So there's an entry opportunity if you trade off the 1 hour, right? I entered this trade off for that 5-minute time frame. So I am currently in this trade to the upside, right? Currently in this trade to the upside.
Ryan, I have a question.
Talk to me, Ms. Bridget.
Okay. Do you recommend on the 1 hour also? Could you also wait on it to break the cloud, or would that just take? Okay.
Yeah, you could, right? So it all depends on what time frame you're going to trade on, right? But if you're trading off the 1 hour, you absolutely could, right? So you'll want to see the cloud break. You'll want to see this Kumo start to twist, right, and give you a bullish cloud ahead, and you want to see that the Tkinson and the Kijinson crossover, right? So we have a training in the, haven't added it to the full training yet, but in the back office, Benny did a Saturday session and broke down all of the cloud confirmations. We'll get that pulled out and sent to you guys, but you'll want to wait for all those cloud confirmations. So a break of the cloud for price to break the cloud, right? You want to see this cloud here start to twist and turn green, right? Green is the bullish cloud. So you want to see it start to twist and give you a green cloud ahead. And you want to see the Tkinson and the Kijinson also cross over. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But absolutely, you can use the cloud. You can use the cloud on any time frame, right? Any time frame that you trade on, you can utilize it to give you that additional confirmation for that reversal. Okay. Any other questions here? Nope. All right. Cool deal. So that is the CAD Swiss Let's take a look at the NZD CAD 80/20 buy that Benny also posted. Let's hop over there. Come back out to the daily. Oops. NZD CAD. Let's do a full top down on this one. Not sure how this one got deleted, but we'll do a full top down on this and hone in on the setup that Benny posted. All right. So from a monthly time frame perspective, we'll mark our extreme highs and our extreme lows. Monthly, we use black. There's a low there. We'll zoom in just a little bit. So that's our most recent low on the monthly time frame. And we just broke that high. Sitting at that high right now. So we'll mark that and we'll take this high here. Okay, so we got our resistance in. Let's drop down to the weekly time frame and do the same thing. So let's we'll drop in our smart support and smart resistance. There we go. So on our weekly time frame, this that monthly level, we're going to keep that there, and that'll serve as our weekly level as well in that zone. It's pretty tight there, so we'll keep that. We don't have a swing low yet here, right? So we'll catch that on the daily time frame, but that's support on a lower time frame. So that is it from a weekly time frame perspective. We'll drop down to the daily. And now we got some more levels popping in here. All right. So on the daily, we use red. Level there. There. That's a pretty tight zone, but I'll drop that in. Lower time frame, it'll come into play. Daily support there. Daily support there. And we'll take this one here as well. All right. So recent and relevant daily, weekly, monthly support levels. Okay. Like so. All right. Now let's look at it from a Fibonacci perspective. Okay. We'll pull the support and resistance levels out. Long term, we see overall price has been moving to the downside, right? But we got this bounce off this monthly support and a push up. Okay. So we're going to look at it from two perspectives just to see overall where the fib is, right? So that's to the downside, right? Our trend is moving down over the long term. Push down, shallow retracement, 118, 127 zone. Got a beautiful push to the upside. Beautiful push to the upside. Came into a 50% retracement level, just shy of the 618 retracement. And now we're rocking back and forth a little bit, right? Potential in a range. Top of the range, bottom of the range, trying to push back up, and we're pulling back down right now. Okay? Pulling back down right now. Okay, so that's where we are from a Fibonacci perspective, coming off the high, sitting at a 50% retracement zone. Okay, the other perspective on this is you can run a sub fib from the low, like that. All right, and on your sub fib, you got a 618 retracement here. We'll see if price is able to break that B boundary and get higher, right? But right now, price is moving to the downside. You already got that B boundary pushed down, so I'm going to remove these for now. Okay, like so. All right, so that's where we sit on the daily time frame. Let's drop to the 4. Zoom back out. I believe those got taken out. Yes. So here on the 4, our fib got taken out. Right, we see that range was a little bit tighter. So when we come back to recent, we're going to run our fib off of the low here, right? Because those fibs got taken out to the downside. We had this long push, deep retracement on the higher time frame to the upside. So this is where we're starting fibs up. Okay. So here we got 786 retracement in line with that daily support level. Price pushed up, not able to quite get to the matching D extension at that 127, right? And now we're pulling back a little bit. Okay. Now we're pulling back a little bit. One second, everybody. All right. So now we're pulling back on the 4. Okay. Coming back, retesting previous lower time frame resistance. Okay. So let's drop down to our 1. And we'll look at this again from a 1 hour time frame perspective. There. All right. So we see this push down, took out our fib. Okay. And then we got to push back up. So when that A gets taken out, we change the direction. And you see here, right before we even go, we had a shallow retracement. Shallow retracement, price pushed into the 118 and 127 zone, and bang, gave us that deeper move, right? So the 80-20 sets us up for these deeper moves a lot of times that in some cases are the beginning of the change of the trend, right? And that's what we had here. All right, so drop this in from the high down. All right, and we see this is the consolidation, and then we push back up. So we'll flip the fib one more time and come off the low. And this is where we're sitting now on the 1 hour, right? This is our active fib on the 1, deep retracement, 8-6 level. And now we're getting a little bit of a reaction. Okay, a little bit of a reaction here on the 1. So we're going to drop down to the 15 and zoom in on this area here. And take a look at that, the setup that Benny just posted in the Discord channel. All right. So let's do just that. We'll pull these fibs out. We know we're in somewhat of a range, right? We got the fibs going in 2 directions. So we're going to pull them out and drop down. Oops. To our 15. Okay. On the 15, this is that push down. Okay, so we'll run our fib off the high and bang. All right, shallow retracement, price pushed into the 118 and 127 zone. Okay, 80-20 scenario waiting for us, right? 80-20 scenario waiting for us. We do have some lower time frame support coming in, right? So if this forms a level of support, we're getting a push now. So a couple ways we can look at this. If you trade off the 15, you can trade that off the 15, wait on your trend line break. Actually, right, wait on your trend line break. Like so. Excuse me. Wait on your trend line break. If you trade off the 15, okay. The other way we can do this, which we've been talking about over the past few weeks, is copy this 15-minute fib and then drop down to the 5. Okay, so we're 15-minute fib on the 5-minute time frame, right? And now we can drop in our cloud. All right. And you can either wait on your trend line break or work a little bit more conservatively and wait on that cloud break. All right. So this is the NZD CAD. We'll check back on this a little bit later in the session to see where it is. Right. I want to see a cloud break here. I want to see a cloud break on the 5 for an entry. So we'll check back on this one before we wrap the session up. Any questions on the NZD CAD? Nope. All right, cool deal. The other one Benny just posted is the Euro CAD. So let's take a look at it. So overall, right, we'll start on the daily here, right? We've been hovering in this range, okay? Been hovering in this range, potential double top scenario here, pressing against this weekly resistance level, starting to get a reaction again, all right? Starting to get a reaction. So we'll see if we're able to stay below and start making this move back down to the downside, okay? As we drop down in the time frames, get down to the 4. Right, these are the trend lines that we ran earlier in the week, I believe. Right, to the upside, we got a break, but then price pushed back to the upside. Okay, pushed back to the upside. Give me 1 second, everybody. Sorry. My apologies. Time for the kid to get up for school. So, on the 4-hour time frame, right, inching closer to this D extension, right, right at that weekly resistance level, starting to get a little bit of a reaction now. Okay, so we'll see if we're able to push up to get that, or do we start this turnover and start breaking down to the downside? Okay, as we come down to the 1, let's adjust these trend lines a bit. Let's see here. All right, there's our fib. Trend line coming to the outermost point, like so. Boom. All right, and then you can run your inner trend line off of this low here, like so. All right, so that's your 1-hour trend line, still in this 118 and 127 zone. Right, you already got the 382, but we'll see if we get that breakdown to the downside there. Okay, so let's drop down to the lower time frame and see what's happening off of this impulsive move here. I'm gonna go to the 15 first. All right, so on the 15, there's our fib. All right, shallow retracement, 118, 127 zone. Price is starting to break down. So on this, you got a couple options, right? You can take this and drop down to the 5, right? Or you can trade it off of here. This has already started to push down. Okay, so this is another one that I would want to. My bad. Here we go. Copy this fib and drop down to the 5. Okay. And I'll explain to you why, right? This already pushed out of that 118, 120. Already pushed out of the 118, 127 zone, right? Already got that move down initially. Still got some room to go. So what I want to see here is, let's see. We already got a 382. So let's map this out. So 36 pip stop loss. Let's run our trend lines to the downside here. We may not get a deeper pullback, which is okay, right? For my rules, right? So we're going to run a trend line to the upside here. Oops. If I can grab it. There we go. All right. Trend line coming to the upside. Let's watch this one. So we already got a trend line break. Didn't get much of a pullback, right? This is our highest point. So our trend line will come there. Okay. Goal of the trend line is to get as close to the highest point without cutting off any wicks or bodies, right? And this is our highest point. There's our trend line. We got a break. We got a retest, and price is pushing to the downside here. So I'm looking at this one more of a potential longer term swing. Let's see. 88 pips to the downside. 35 pips there. So a 2-to-1 risk to reward scenario here. Okay. We're going to wait on the cloud break. Since price already started moving, I don't want to just jump in this now because we could see price pull back to the upside, right? We could see a bounce out of the bottom of the cloud and push up. So we're going to be patient here and wait on this cloud break, and then we'll look to take that entry, okay? Just so we're not caught in too much drawdown on these lower time frames. All right, so this is, and we can sit and watch this if we want, but right, price is trying to push to the downside now. We'll see if we get a cloud break. We also want to see this Kumo twist, right? It's getting close, but it hasn't gave us the twist just yet in the bearish capacity. So got a couple things that we're waiting on here on the Euro CAD. So we got to touch back on the NZD CAD and the Euro CAD, right? If this met your rules, by all means, take the trade. On this scenario, right, because prices already started moving to the downside, I would have originally liked to take this trade in the zone, right? My rule state, when price gets into the zone, pull the trigger, right? And here I would have placed my stop outside of this weekly resistance level. Okay. But seeing as I missed that move to the down, the price pushing into that zone, now I wait for a cloud break, right? And then I'll take an entry once I have all of my cloud confirmations. You guys follow me on that? Okay. So just talking through my rules and some of the caveats that I have here, right? To ensure that my risk to reward is intact and I get the confirmations necessary. Okay. So that's what we're looking at there. So that's two great scenarios there. Opportunities to one on a buy, one on a sell.
Hey Ryan.
Sir, what's up?
Hey, so you got that cloud break, you got that one like 145.90. That's a daily level. That price. So you get a close below that 145.90. You got 145.86, I think, right? Something like that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. You get a break and a close back below that daily level, probably gonna continue to fall short.
Yeah. Yeah. Good addition there, bro. Yes. Right. Cloud break and break of that support. We could see price fall quite a bit, at least at 382 and potentially even deeper, right? Coming back to the higher time frame breakdown, right? On the 4, you got your 80-20 scenario, right? Break back below. This is that level there. Yep, I got you. This is that level that Benny's talking about, right? Break back below that. Could be in for a price to continue to fall in line with this 80-20 scenario off the 4-hour time frame, right? So this is how the higher time frames and the lower time frames work together. Higher time frame was resistance level. See if it breaks down and gets broken, right? And gives us that opportunity to get short down here on the 5. Right there. Okay. So, great work, bro. Appreciate you. All right. So, waiting for that cloud to break there. Let's bounce back to that NZD CAD. All right, still pushing sideways a little bit. Also here, right, we might even get on this NZD CAD, we might get another push down to the downside, right? Which all plays into waiting for those additional confirmations, right? So you see we're hovering right here on this inner trend line, right? See if we get a push deeper into that 118 and 127 zone and then get a bounce back up. All right, in line with cloud breaks and consolidation. So that one might take a little bit to completely form for us. So we may not see that happen in this session, but keep your eyes on that one throughout the day. Okay. You're okay. Where we go?
Yeah, I agree with you on that, man. Super safe plays, especially in the beginning. If you're learning, like to work on your patience, just wait for the cloud breaks.
Yep. Wait for the
your cloud break. See if you trade small. Wait for the cloud break. Look to see if you got that cloud change up ahead. Which we don't right now on that one.
Nope, we don't.
You don't have that twist yet. And that the cloud really helps you with your patience. So yeah, you're gonna miss that first part of the move, like Ryan was saying, but it's designed to help you get the bulk of the move when that price is technically supposed to be, definitely falling bearish, right? In this example. So just be patient and wait, knowing if you trade small, just know that, hey, when I get this cloud break, there's a potential that it may pull back, right? So then it's just like how we use the fib in a traditional sense. You get a break, of support in this example, and just know that, hey, price may be due for a correction, but as long as it stays below that cloud, right, we expect it to fall short. Okay, so we don't even have the bearish cloud confirmation yet on that. So it's just, hey, patience pays. Yeah, patience pays. So, if you get that bearish confirmation with the cloud up ahead, a couple ways, right? Ryan said you can short aggressively off the cloud break, or you might be a pullback trader and say, hey, I want to wait for price to break the cloud and then pull back to the cloud. Keeping in mind, right, that 145.90 zone, 145.80, 145.90 zone is a key daily level.
Yep.
It's a key daily level. So yeah, good stuff, man.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I'm gonna bounce back to this CAD Swiss for a second, right? We're talking about on the lower time frames, waiting for price to pull back into our sweet spot zone. So, right, price continue to pull back here. Right. So now we're pushing into that 618 retracement zone. So now, okay, now we'll wait for price to flip and pull these lines out. Got a nice pullback there. Right. Nice pullback, 618 retracement. And again, this is on the 5, right? This is on the 5. We got the cloud break. Now we're getting that pullback that Benny was just talking about on the Euro CAD, right? Now we're getting this pullback. Okay. We could come back to retest that cloud, right? Or we could start to stall in this zone. Okay. So here you just want to wait, right? Pull back into your sweet spot. If your rules say take the trade when price gets to that 618 retracement zone, right? If you set limit orders and things like that, right? There could be a limit order set at the 618 retracement that'll take you in, right? And this is the zone there, and you place your stop outside the A. All right. Place your stop outside the A. So we got a 618 retracement. We'll see if we get price to reverse here. Okay. But price is in our sweet spot zone here. Okay. So that's the CAD Swiss. Anybody that missed the original entry, here's your deep retracement opportunity here on the 5. All right. And same rules apply. So I'm going to take the cloud off for a second. All right. So you got your pullback. Now run your trend line here and wait for a trend line break. All right. If price keeps pushing deeper, that's okay. Right. If you don't just take it off of the 618 or 786 retracement levels, you wait on the trend line break. Right. Wait on your trend line break. Like so. Okay. So there's your CAD Swiss. That's the update there. Still pushing down, coming into that zone. Okay. Questions on that CAD Swiss update? Nope. Okay, cool deal. I want to check out this Aussie Swiss. I posted Aussie Swiss last night on the 5, right? Brought the 15-minute fib down to the 5. But we didn't get the cloud break. Okay. This was
and that's okay. And that's what I like, especially for newer traders, right? It forces you to stay disciplined. So you've got the potential U-turn zone. Wait for your confirmation.
Exactly.
Wait for your confirmation. Not taking a position is a position, if that makes sense, right? Being willing to sit on your hands and wait for things to align for you to take the setup. And I just think the cloud works. It's amazing.
It absolutely is, man.
to help you with your discipline. If you don't get it, it's just continuing to fall. So yes, that's your trade idea. It's in the zone. But if it doesn't meet all the confirmations, right? You can't check the box on everything. You don't take the setup. So if you go for an entire week and you only take 1 or 2 setups, that's trading. Who cares if those 1 or 2 setups make you money?
Exactly.
You don't need to take positions every day, even in day trading on your lower time frames. If your expectations aren't met, you stay disciplined. Stay disciplined. So you just wait on this. It's a waiting game. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to watch it all play out. We know that if it continues down and it hits that D extension, the game's going to reset anyway, right?
Yep. Reset anyway.
Right. And so you look for other setups in the meantime.
Okay. The cloud is on every platform. Right. It's an indicator. So yes, there are no modifications to it or anything like that. The settings are set as intended. I'll choose that word. Okay. So yes, you can drop your cloud on even if you have Oanda as your broker. All right. And if they have a trading platform, it's likely in there as well. Okay. So we didn't get a break. We didn't get the break. Right. So now we're still waiting, right? Don't have a Kumo twist ahead. And price is just hovering to the side. So we could see on this Aussie Swiss price push down, get to that D extension, and test this daily support, right? Before we get a reaction. Okay. So being patient is key. It is key. Okay. It is key. That CAD Swiss, I'm gonna bounce back, right? Trying to get that bounce off that 618 level. Okay. And even if you wanted to, if you are a lower time frame trader, this is a scenario where you could drop down to your 1 minute. Like so. Okay. This is your fib on the 1 minute. On the 5, it's a 618 retracement. On your 1 minute, you got a 8-6 retracement. Okay. Adjust these. The price is pushing up. So here's your trade opportunity here for those that aren't in this. All right. You're getting your trend line break now. So wait on the close of the candle. Wait on the close of the candle, right? And there's your entry opportunity off of the lower time frames if this is a time frame that you trade off of. Okay. Trend line break. There's your entry. Okay. I'm already in this trade, and I can show you guys my screen. So I'm not taking an entry off of this just yet. But here, let's I'm gonna stop the screen share and share my other screen so you guys can see my platform here, right? So this was my original entry here off of the cloud break, right? And price was pushing to the upside here. Okay. So this is a trade that I am actively in and allowing price to do its thing. Okay. So I won't be making a second entry there. Okay. But price is moving to the upside. Okay. Let's come back.
Well, you trying to share another screen, right?
Oh shoot, I didn't share it. I shared it on my other platform. Yeah, 1 second. My bad.
Okay.
Here we go. There we go. All right. So there's my original entry off of the cloud break here. Right. Hopefully you guys can see my cursor on the dark screen. But this is that pullback and price is pushing to the upside here. All right. So this is a trade that I'm already in. And we're allowing price to do its thing. All right. Stop loss is here for me. Okay. So already in that trade, price is bouncing back and forth right now.
Hey, Ryan.
Yes, sir.
So check this out, right? So it's the same concept, everybody. So where Ryan has it stop, that's pretty much the equivalent of saying, what, I'm gonna put my stop below the A. Yep. If you move your stop up and you put it right below that cloud, that low of the cloud, it's like putting your stop below the C, right? And letting it rebound, right? So the concept, right? So the concept is the same. Concept is the same. So like Ryan has said, if you're looking at a setup off the 1, hey, drop down to your 15. If you catch a setup, if we post a setup on the 15 and you're looking for a cloud break, drop down to your 5. Right? For your cloud confirmation. So just drop down the time frame. If your setup's on the 4, say you get a pullback to a 61.84 buy on the 4 long term, drop down to your 1, wait for the cloud break. Yep. Simple concept. Using the time frames.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. All right.
A lot of lessons in this setup too. Like, so it depends on the type of trader that you are, right? So if you're a breakout trader, you played the breakout of that cloud, right? Right. You put your cursor over that bullish candle right there. Yeah. Boom. A breakout trader, right? You're scalping, okay? You get that bullish candle close above that cloud, you take that trade, right? You could put your stop below that candlestick, right? That broke the cloud or lower, however you want to play it below the cloud. And then you're in and out of that, 5-10 pips, right? If you're a pullback, right, and you're looking for the longer swing, then this is your level right here. And you remain committed to the process, right? You want to be addicted to the process, right? The results are the results. It's all about the process.
Exactly. You guys follow? This makes sense? Talk to us. Cool. All right, sweet.
Because you and I both know, Ryan, we just traders that they're done. Like they got that initial burst.
They got this initial push here. They're out.
Yeah, they're out. They're done. They're done for the day. So we can show you how to get to the setups consistently, but we can't determine what type of trader you're gonna be.
Exactly. Ultimately, through the practice, through the repetition, right? Being addicted to the process. That's that exploration phase that we talk about. And now you have to determine, okay, this is the type of trader that I'm going to be. This is the time frame, or maybe these are the time frames that I'm going to trade on. And I'm only going to trade on these, and I'm only going to take these setups. right? It's part of that process. Part of that process. All right. So that's down on the 1 minute. Come back to the 5, and that's the look there. Okay. That's the look there. That's that CAD Swiss. We'll check back on that Euro CAD, see if we had any additional movement. Nope. Still hasn't met our rules. However, right, we got starting to get a twist now, right? This is the Kumo twist here. Kumo twist. Now we need the cloud to break. Okay. Now we need the cloud to break. So we got one additional piece of confirmation. Now we need the rest. All right. So that's the progress there. All right. Let's watch and see what happens here. Watch and see what happens there. Any questions on anything that we covered this morning? As we watch this Euro CAD, see if we get an opportunity. Bridget, seeing the cloud here, is this making sense to you? Okay. We got a couple minutes. It'll be right at 7:30. When that candle closes, we'll see if we get that opportunity. Benny, any other thoughts, bro? As we're watching this Euro CAD?
No, man, it's a great session. You know, it's just patience. Patience is important. You know, patience is important. Going through that discovery process as a trader is important, right? So there's like, you may be in this trade right now, you know, and you're looking for 5 or 10 pips and you're done. You know, so everybody approaches the market different. And it's just like you always say, you have to give yourself some grace and give yourself time to discover the type of trader that you're going to be.
Exactly. So let's do this. As we wait, I'm going to take us back to see if we get that before the end of the session. Okay. Trying to push down now. Just waiting to see how that closes. If this candle closes with indecision, right, being tight, when I say indecision, I mean tight to the cloud, right, not a full bearish candle, I won't take that trade, right? That's indecisive for me. So I'll wait for the next candle. But if this candle closes in a full body candle to the downside, then we'll look for that entry, right? It's just looking at that trend line break, right? Do you get a full break of that trend line? Similar idea here, right? If that's just indecisive, right, and then price starts to push sideways, we'll want to wait, right? So another caveat to keep in mind is, what does that candle look like when it closes? Is it indecisive or is it a full push down? Okay. So all details as you're filling out your trading plan and as you continue to go through that exploration process, right? All details to keep in mind to put those guardrails in place for yourself. Okay. Two minutes left in the hour. Let's see.
That's moving nice. It's gonna be, see if it yeah, like I said, you got that 145.90 level, but you see how up ahead, right? You got that bearish cloud creeping in, right? And then, like you say, you stop. You can go up above the high, or you can put up above the cloud, above the cloud. You know, and work your risk management out from there.
Exactly. So bring that up. 02. Market execution. All right, this is what the order screen looks like, right? My lot size is 2 cents, right? And my stop loss is going to be 1.46406. There's cloud ahead. Price is pushing down. We're going to take this trade. Trade entered, right? Stop loss above the high, right? We're going to allow the trade to go. Okay. My take profit level 145,165. So let's do this. I'm going to modify this trade. Put my take profit level in 1.45165. Modify. There we go. All right. Trade is in. Trade is in. So, good people, trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the process. Follow your rules. Dive into the exploration phase. Trust the process. Practice, practice, practice. Practice makes the progress. All right. So, great session. Appreciate the engagement. We'll be back at it tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with my awesome partner, Mr. Benny Allen. You guys have an awesome, awesome, awesome day. And we'll chat later. We'll chat in the Discord, right? Put your thoughts in the Discord. Also, if you have any trade setups as you're exploring, right, drop those into the Discord and let's talk about them. All right. Have an awesome day, everybody. Peace.